Go get some therapy. You are sick. You need help.
You guys think that there's a hole in the back of that thing?
He's made numerous responses. He also mentions a recent carpal tunnel surgery. He wrote it, an excruciating pain.
But it doesn't make any sense to me because this guy's fucking off to Scar all day.
Because I was in my early 20s, I didn't phrase myself as well as I would have today.
It's not that the perspective he had when he was 20 years old is wrong. It's that he just doesn't know how to communicate it.
He gives a hypothetical about consensual zoophilia.
I don't see anything wrong with having sex with a goat.
Wow, what a start to that.
Human-animal sex is not nearly as disgusting as the mentality that discriminates against people that are attracted to him.
What? It's a hugely, weirdly, massively important issue for this guy that people can f dogs and goats.
So if somebody sucks a dog's dick, they would go to jail. People are openly willing to send people to jail for literally victimless crimes.
I think I'm a victim of hearing that story. All right, guys. So I'm curious about the about this Rob's Media video because this all started with Rob. Rob made a video about YMS, about how he's kind of a weird dude. YMS responded in the comments in like a 6-page essay, and then he also made a response which was terrible. We watched that, and so now I'm curious what Rob's response is to the response to him. So let's get this going, man. I'm curious. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Uh-oh.
I hate this guy. I hope he suffers.
Whoa!
I hope he loses everything. He belongs in prison.
That's
Go
terrible.
get some therapy. You are sick. You need help. I don't
You guys think that there's a hole in the back of that thing?
think we should put you down like a puppy yet,
Jesus Christ. All right, these are a little too crazy for me.
but actually I don't know.
It always comes back to Shadman. Any one of these
Whoa, is this guy saying he comes to Shadman?
degenerates, it always somehow goes back to Shadman.
These two
Just stop. Just please stop.
Is this really?
Whoa.
The path of a free speech absolutist is to get dragged into a conversation, look like Vito Gesualdi.
So, Your Movie Sucks actually commented on this video. I wonder if it's still there. You knowingly created a situation where I had to physically hurt myself to give a proper response.
Yeah, I know what he's referring to. He's referring to the fact that his fingers hurt. I'm not even kidding. YMS in the comments, he's like, "You're making me type even though my fingers hurt right now." I think he said he might have carpal tunnel, something stupid. He didn't have to write any of that. And then he gave us like an hour and a half long stream that was completely unnecessary to respond to him justifying looking at weird shit, weird CP, a lolly, and we'll call it competitive animal breeding.
What?
Listen, Your Movie Sucks. The bulls that they have aren't literal bulls. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a little while ago, I made
I don't know what that means.
a video detailing the depravity of Your Movie Sucks.
Yeah.
A movie reviewer on YouTube who has a history of playing devil's advocate for bestiality and lolicon.
Yeah, if he had just said, "Listen, that was a weird time back in the day where we used to debate bro everything, and so like that's why I was saying it, but I don't hold to those takes anymore," that would have been perfectly fine to me. I think he could have just said that. And also, why not just say that? Even if you're lying. I know it sounds weird, but like, why not just like lie? Like, why doesn't Your Movie Sucks just lie? Just lie. Just lie and say, "Yeah, I don't believe those." Lie and say what I said. But like, do you feel like the community you have left really like wants you to defend this gross shit? Is it really worth your career? Like sometimes you just need to lie. Like I lie all the time so that people don't go after me. I haven't talked about hairy armpit girls in months. I haven't talked about them in months, dude, because I'm lying about how I don't like them. I'm gonna choose the fastest one, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's take that horse.
He's claimed over and over again that he's actually just arguing for moral consistency, when in my opinion, he's partially doing it to justify his sexual attraction to cartoon animals.
Bro, I don't care if he wants to. I don't care if he wants to fuck the lion. I don't care if he wants to fuck that lion in any capacity. All right, it's Simba or whatever from the Lion King. It's okay if he wants to do that. Because it's a cartoon character. I don't care. You know what I mean? And also, I think I think it'd be okay. Like, if you wanted to, I'm not even, it'd be okay if you wanted to fuck a real lion. It's not okay, but like, you would never be able to because it would destroy you before you got there. So, like, whatever. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. But I don't care about that. I do care about dogs. You shouldn't be wanting to do stuff with them. That's crazy. So, yeah.
He's made numerous responses to me, which are usually
I love
dark
Scar.
Viper-style
He's
essays
real.
where you can clearly tell he's having an eternal meltdown.
It's 14 pages!
The first one starts with him throwing as many excuses at the wall as possible, like claiming I maliciously released my video while he was at some snobby film festival.
Yeah, that one seems, it's possible. But also, I don't think anybody knows what his schedule is or cares about YMS. So.
As if I'm constantly tracking his location. I'm honestly surprised this guy leaves his house at all. He also mentions a recent carpal tunnel surgery, saying that he was in excruciating pain for the
really
5
good
hours he wrote it. His
5 hours? You wrote that for 5 hours? Wow.
poor little wrists were crumbling apart at the seams. I mean, I totally feel bad.
But it doesn't make any sense to me because this guy's jacking off to Scar all day. So, like, which one do you think is worse? Jorking it or, you know what I mean? Like,
For him, guys. He needs those wrists to jerk off to lion penis. It reminds me of Jake Doolittle at
Exactly.
the hospital.
oh man, Jake Doolittle. What's going on with Jakey boy? I don't know. I got some. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Jake Doolittle. Has he been making any content? 2 months ago. Damn. His last video was Jake Doolittle watches Flavor of Love. Not even a good title. Also, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Why does he keep putting Jake Doolittle in the titles of his videos? Jake Doolittle watches Flavor of Love, the most accidentally hilarious show on TV. Jake Doolittle. The alpha male that has 6 girlfriends. Jake Doolittle.
Imagine.
Do you think that your name's going to help you? I don't know, man. That's a rough one. Of course, no real shorts, but okay.
Using it to bait sympathy after he got exposed as a shitty person. Adam also claims he's likely autistic, explaining that's the reason why he had to make his responses so long and
Well, isn't Rob autistic? Right? That's just what I heard. Is that is it true? I don't know.
drawn out.
That's part of the reason why I think I'm autistic, is because I seem to have like some kind of like obsession with, needing to feel like I am able to convince people or correct the record in some way of, just being honest. Because I know that I'm not an abuser. I know that I'm not attracted to children. I know that I'm not attracted to animals. I don't even.
Guys, that's great. Give yourself a round of applause, boss.
Jerk it to Lolly. I hate that that's now a thing that people think.
Oh wow, I'm glad you clarified that, Adam. Maybe he is autistic, but it's not an excuse for stating shitty opinions. You're a 34-year-old man, Adam. Grow the fuck up.
Adam.
Stop with this
Adam, you're
PDB
34.
bullshit. You're
Adam, get off the internet. Adam, you fucking... What are you doing, Adam? What are you doing? You're 34 and you're just playing around all day? You're playing around all day? What are you doing with your life? Me? What am I doing with my life? This is peak. This is my peak of my life here. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm slamming it like you slam it to Scar, dude. This is fucking crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look right. Fuck me, huh?
Parlor tricks don't work on me, you retard.
Hey!
I'm
Sorry, I got excited.
autistic too, and I'm not out
Did I
here
do it?
debating why it's okay to suck doggy cock.
Okay.
And yes, I'll address the elephant in the room. His short hair. Bro went to his barber and said, "Yo, give me that Anissa Jom haircut."
Commentary YouTubers have no idea what it
Dude, Nisa's a beautiful woman, dude. Stop making fun of her.
is to work a normal job, let alone put on a whole event. Work a normal
Haircut.
commentary YouTubers have no idea what it is to work a normal job, let alone put on a whole event.
Whoa. There's a level of truth to that. But here's the thing. It's one of the things that always offends me. That always offends me when people talk about me on the internet. Okay, it's 2 things. 1, they call me Reddit fat. I'm not Reddit fat, I'm truck driver fat. Okay, that's a fact. There's a difference. All right? One is publicly gay. One of them privately gay. Those male lot lizards, there's something to them. Number 2, I used to work like a career job for 11 years. You know what I mean? So leave me alone. All right? I know what it's like to work hard. Okay? I worked for a union. I actually got my benefits taken away because they're a piece of shit union. And some benefits I never got because they're a piece of shit union. But I did what I had to do and I got through it. And now I don't work hard. And I love it. I love it. I love not working hard. It's amazing.
Now, the main thing I wanted to respond to here is Adam's claims of me being a child groomer and a pedophile.
Whoa.
Yes.
Did he say? Oh, I think he said that as a example or something to try to make him feel empathetic.
Those are claims he attempts to make. This is over the fact that I briefly showed his not safe for work public Twitter account, using it to cite where I found certain images from that I obviously won't show in my video.
I don't think anybody looked at that and were like, oh, let's go to that. Let's go there. Why, if anything, YMS signal boosted that more in his response. He wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Adam thinks that simply mentioning it and describing posts on it means I'm luring 13 to 17-year-olds to pornographic content.
Right, because he assumes that Rob's entire audience is children.
Which is moronic in multiple different ways. For one, I have a content warning at the beginning of all my videos. I've always had
Well, that doesn't mean that young people won't watch, but
the mindset that older viewers are watching my content.
Also, you know, listen, I'm not trying to be that guy. I was blasting it when I was like 13, dude. You know, which is actually, I think, a late bloomer. Some would say. You know, that's crazy. Isn't that fucking crazy? Shouldn't be seeking it out, but it's not. Let's just be real.
Which is why I've covered various risque topics over the years, like disturbing websites, dark history, and more. It's just not something that comes across my mind. Which is why I also don't bother censoring OnlyFans usernames. Second,
Hey, he's just helping the girlies, mostly girlies.
Adam mentions himself that minors can't access his explicit content on Twitter, as he's enabled settings that block them from seeing it.
Whoa.
And I pointed out in the comment section.
What a good guy, huh?
The settings that I have enabled on these websites ensure that if there are minors on the website, right, they don't have the ability to access it. And I tested this yesterday, by the way. I tested this. I created a fake account with like a 13-year-old birthday or whatever, just to test this out, because I take this very seriously, right? I created an account on this website just to test it out. You cannot see any of the media displayed on my page, right?
So how would I be allowing minors in my audience to access these materials if you've put restrictions in place to prevent that from happening? It
So true, King. You got him.
makes no sense. Trust me, I don't want to lead minors to that shit. I don't want poor little Timmy to stumble across videos where Adam is recreating Mr. Hands of Big Dick
Okay.
Randy.
I don't even understand the reference personally.
And while yes, minors could lie about their age on Twitter to access this stuff, the same thing can happen on YouTube with age-restricted videos. So his suggestion that I should do that wouldn't matter at all, as minors are always going to find ways to view this stuff. But Adam isn't exactly helping in this regard. The third reason this is dumb is because Adam has done exactly what he's accused me of, showing people in his audience where explicit materials can be found.
Ew.
He did it in a 2022 video where he watches
Well, that is a little while ago, so I don't know if that necessarily holds for today, but I understand the point that you're making.
the movie Prey, showing how to access a furry fetish site.
Why can't they use a professional movie budget for CG for something that's actually worthwhile? Like
Great question.
pornography.
Whoa!
Predator pornography. I should look some up right now.
Okay.
None of these are what I wanted. See, they put aliens in there too. There's one with a...
I'm gonna get her this hat. I like this hat because it looks more ladylike. You know, as I'm killing people in a game as a girl, I want to really just pretend that I'm mopping the floors. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, real woman's work. Just
Demigorgon?
Wow. I feel like it's not that hard to find. You just gotta Google shit now. You just gotta Google it if you're trying to look for whatever the fuck this is. You just gotta look it up, no?
The top one they have like weirdly human eyes.
Whoa, that's scary.
Not bad animation though. Holy shit, one of these is
Nice,
25
dude.
minutes long?
It's probably a distress signal coming from this ship.
Whoa, I think I've seen this before.
What the hell?
Yes, I'm searching up predator porn. That's how invested I am in the film.
Okay.
By his own logic that he set up to demonize me, this must make Adam a groomer, right? Well, according to him in his video response, it's okay because he wasn't showing a specific page on there, just the website where you can find them.
I don't describe any of it. It's not on screen, right? And then one of my editors, who made this edited version of the video, decided, okay, we're going to make this into a little joke. They put the words E621, which is not a specific page that leads to these images, right? This is just a vague, this is like saying, oh, Pornhub exists, right?
Okay.
I don't even know if the images there were like from E621. Could have been on fucking, I don't know, Rule 34.
Whoa! What is Rule? What is that? Who said that?
Rule 34 in a video, right? I didn't describe any of these images beyond saying, oh, a demigorgon's in one. Haha, that's funny. I'm referencing that a website exists, right?
Yeah, just referencing.
Just saying, haha, funny porn. And then there's some images that are so
Terrible.
censored that I don't even know if they're porn. Like legit, like I don't even know.
Me neither, dude. I don't even
Because
know. I don't even know what porn is. If I'm being honest with you, what is that word?
They're censored to the degree
What
where
that
like
mean?
you can't tell, and that's the point, right? Where like there's no sex. I don't even. Yeah, there was no sex
Yeah,
acts
no
in
sex.
the images anyway.
Good.
It was just like the context of that image would have been, oh, they're just posing. There weren't even an. Yeah, there weren't.
I can't believe Rob sat through this and picked out information that was relevant for this video. This fucking video was so goddamn boring. So fucking boring. This guy wouldn't shut the fuck up. He could have gotten the video out in 5 minutes.
Even any sex acts in the images that were heavily censored.
Okay, but it's clearly pornography. You refer to it as predator porn, you fucking homunculoid.
Whoa, what is that, dude? Is that from the classic hit Full Metal Alchemist?
I didn't even show censored porn in my
Whoa,
video.
stop.
I just mentioned the existence of your account to mock you.
Guys, it's just art.
Context, which he is well aware of. There's also this part to one of his Twitter responses, where he says leading people to real pornography is not as bad as drawn pornography.
What? Oh, okay.
Where he says leading people to real pornography is not as bad as drawn pornography.
I think he means it. I think it's worse. Leading people to drawn is worse.
Even though both are porn at the end of the day. I'm not surprised he made this argument, seeing this is the same guy who plays devil's advocate for Lolicon.
Whoa,
Another difference
not
in
that
his
guy.
eyes is that him showing off this website is clearly a joke. But mine isn't because, well, the joke is on him.
It's not in the context of let's shame this person, right? It's not in that context. It's in the context of, haha, this movie's so boring that I'm going to look up porn.
He doesn't like the fact that his Not Safe for Work Twitter account was brought up, because Nicholas Diorio and I kink-shamed him.
Why was it
Why would you do that, dude? Why you gotta yuck his yum? Right? He just likes Scar from The Lion King. Can't we all relate to hot Disney characters? You know, the 101 Dalmatians mom's pretty hot. Am I right, guys? Wait a minute, that one doesn't even work because it didn't even speak like a person. Oh fuck. Wait, guys, I was kidding. Or was I? I was kidding. If I was into dogs, which I'm not, at least not currently. I'm not literally in a dog right now. I don't think I think it would have to be like a thick dog, you know? You know, the big dog, you know what I mean? Some kind of a big dog. Scary dog. Maybe a black dog, I don't know. All right, this has gone on too long.
important for you to knowingly direct minors towards 18 plus accounts of myself within the context of kink shaming and describing in detail who's going into what hole and
Guys,
what
don't kink shame me.
race they are.
You know what's so funny though about this guy? You know what's even funnier? Is like he's sitting here and talking about kink shaming. And what the fuck is this? And you know, I know that sounds stupid, but here's the thing. He's a fucking debate bro. He's a whole ass debate bro. Sitting here justifying lolly. Nobody gives a fuck about kink shaming, right? Like, so if you're trying to like win the argument optically from a debate perspective, debate bro, why are you talking about kink shaming? Nobody's going to identify and be like, yeah, you're right. That's not good. Like, no, most of us just keep it to ourselves. We're not degenerates, you know? So stop talking about it, bro.
And saying, here is where you should go find them. Why was that important to you?
It wasn't important. I just wanted to kink shame you because it's funny to me.
Dude, he's wearing, yeah, dude, come on. I'm not trying to be that guy, but he's got fucking painted white nails. Every day I'm getting more conservative just because the society's getting more liberal, dude. It's crazy.
You're a public figure, Adam. You've spent your 15+ year long career giving opinions on controversial subjects. If you're going to do that and post videos of yourself getting blacked on Twitter, people like me are gonna mock you for that.
Okay.
Womp womp, loser. If you don't want to be made fun of like this, stop revealing so many details of your personal life. You're a fucking movie reviewer, dude.
Yeah.
For 2 years of my life,
Is he? Does he still do movie reviews?
I tried to oppress it. It wound up with me getting addicted to fucking cocaine and crystal meth.
Whoa, that's not
Like,
good.
That was not fun. But I'm a strong person. Like, I'm a fucking sub.
Guys, I'm addicted to drugs. I'm a strong person. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. If you're addicted to drugs, that's, you know, you're still strong. Hopefully, you can be strong enough to quit.
Like, I literally can't get off to people that don't want me.
We know, dude. All it takes is one look at you. Now, at the end of the
I guess that means that Scar wants him.
day, I don't actually think Adam gives a fuck about child safety. He just wants to discredit my video before anyone can see it by attacking my character.
That's probably true. I don't think he thinks. I don't think he wants children to get harmed either. I think he's a weird little terminally online debate bro. And that's why he has the takes he has, and he presents them publicly.
I mean, this guy is retweeting people who are calling me a pedo.
Whoa!
Oh, and what a shock. The person who's saying this is a Destiny Glazer.
Hey, whoa! That's shout out to Destiny, dude! Wow! Good thing he's not controversial, right?
Defending him against his actual admission to having CSAM material. But no, I'm the pedo for mentioning Adam doing porn. Yet despite lying about me multiple times regarding this, he's whining about how I won't pin his lengthy essay under my video. Oh, and he wants me to heart it as well. Yeah, let me...
Video backup still out of town. Comment will not be pinned, hearted, or responded to. Absolute ghoul behavior. Yeah, you better heart my... You better heart it. You better heart my shit, dude. What the fuck?
heart the comment where he slanders me as a groomer. The fact that I wouldn't do this drove him insane, as he DM'd me, begging for his schizo meltdown to be pinned. But this wasn't the reason why I blocked him. I did so because he went as far as requesting to follow my girlfriend on Instagram.
Is that your girlfriend? The horse girl? It just says a horse PFP. Oh no, that's him! What the fuck is this? Why does this guy... What the fuck? Weird.
Seemingly in order to send her a DM too. Buddy, she doesn't want to talk to you. She's busy playing Overwatch.
He's trying to reach out to you, dude. He's upset.
This to me crossed a bit of a line, and I've had no interest in directly engaging with him since. And really, there is no point in doing that.
No, of course not. Because you make money, dude. Why respond? Respond with a video. Make some money, baby. Make some money, baby.
He'd rather smear me as a groomer because he thinks it's a funny meme.
The guy who made the video refused to pin my comment for transparency. And yes, in that comment, I
support transparency.
say
You guys sick of that joke yet?
this is grooming behavior, and I call him out in all caps, and I do a little skit.
It's grooming behavior to call out somebody's weird sex Twitter, guys.
So shit, right? I was ass mad because I was typing this
ass mad
as I was at TIFF, in between fucking, excuse me, running around watching 4 movies a day.
TIFF. You know what's so weird about TIFF? I remember breakfast at Tiffany's. You know? That song. I always thought, like, why are you eating breakfast at a jewelry store? You know?
In my comments, in the exact same thread, I give the most charitable interpretation. I go, here's exactly what you did, and it's not a quippy soundbite. It's not a fucking meme, right? So anybody who's like, oh, wait, they showed porn to minors, in the same thread goes, oh, okay, that's what he meant. Even on Twitter, it's like within the same fucking thread.
There's no use in arguing with him. He'd rather misinterpret things than lie. I made this clear in my original
terrible guy
video. By the way, this conversation would go on for multiple days. To give Noel some criticism, he shouldn't have even tried engaging with this guy. Adam is never going to change his position. Null should have just called him a dog fucker and left it at that.
Whoa, what the hell?
Now, I'm sure you're well aware that my original video was briefly taken down on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember I was going to react to it and then it was taken down. So I'm like, oh, I guess it was bad. And then it was up the next day or whatever. So I was like, all right, let's look at it.
And I do think Adam had something to do with
story?
it. He claims that showing a screenshot of his NSFW Twitter account violates YouTube's community guidelines, despite no actual pornographic content being shown. I also never linked to it, as some have claimed. But coincidentally, only a few hours after Adam released this Twitter statement, my video was taken down.
Well, yeah, him and some of his followers probably did report it and it got taken down. YouTube's also been pretty funky and shitty about their stuff when they took stuff down. Like, I got 3 videos taken down. One of them was a short. I understand the short. I think I might understand one of the videos now, but they don't give you very much transparency. But one of them was, like one of them I was reading allegations. So like, you know, the allegation, some of the part of the allegations were like 2 young people texting each other weird shit. So I think that that's what got it. But they don't tell you why. I wish they would. But for another video, the reaction to the Coming Clean video from iDubbbz, I got that taken down, and they said it was for harassment and bullying. They labeled a moment where I said that I don't think Ian and Anissa are in an abusive relationship. I just think it's toxic. And I was like, what the fuck? And but I think what happened is that like some of the clips from other people in the video I was reacting to got me flagged, but like the people who reviewed it I guess they don't actually watch and realize like I'm reacting to another video that's still on YouTube, so I don't understand it. And so sometimes their moderation can be just shitty. It's frustrating. It just frustrates the fuck out of me because I really don't think that video should have been taken down, especially since I'm usually more pretty tame in my criticisms.
Suspicious.
However, YouTube claimed it was for showing a clip of Null reading one of Adam's own Reddit posts, where he defends bestiality. The funny thing was, the video where I got that clip from was still up, though it was age restricted. So I told Sensitive Society, who also made a video on this, to take his video down so he wouldn't risk getting a warning or a strike from YouTube. Adam would go on to brag about the videos being taken down, lying by omission to make it seem like we took our videos down willingly. Though luckily, mine did go back up, but it is age restricted. Adam claims I'm making this all up, saying that it's common for YouTube to give the incorrect reason for a video removal.
And then in his community posts, he's saying that it was dinged for a completely other reason, and Nick just kind of believes him on that.
But it was put back up, so
he shows that like, oh, the timestamp's wrong on the thing that they sent, which has happened to me a billion times. Like anybody who's been on YouTube would know. Like if you get like any kind of like strike from YouTube, or you know, if you get anything from YouTube, more often than not, the timestamp's wrong, right? Yeah,
this is the first time I've had a timestamp issue. Usually they're accurate with their timestamp.
I got dinged for having like 9/11 footage in one of my videos as a joke, like way back when. I had to surf around because the timestamp they provided, I was like, what? That just leads to a random thing. What? And then you have to surf around and be like, oh, okay, this is probably the issue. Either Rob doesn't understand that, or he's coping and lying. It's kind of weird.
Maybe that was the case years ago, but if my video was removed for showing that Twitter username, then why is the claim for audio and not visual content? How about read the fucking screenshot, you stuck up little cunt?
Oh, I didn't even know that they do that. Audio content that is... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that they separate it by content like that.
And how about you admit to wanting my video removed or restricted so less people can see it? You're very afraid of this becoming mainstream, but all this did was enable these...
I don't think it would become mainstream in any meaningful capacity. I don't think anybody gives a fuck about this guy.
Streisand effect. Adam's other main tactic against me was to downplay the severity of my video without directly showing my arguments. It once again reminded me of Vosh, specifically his livestream response to Ethan Klein, where he never actually shows any clips. Adam actually does something similar. Not once in his hour
I mean, again, it would make sense. He's the part of the Debate Bro community, so...
and a half long response video does he show a clip from my video. Instead, he yaps on and on about how I'm bad faith, while giving vague, shitty examples. He claims I left out context about why he argued with Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms.
The context that was left out of the original video is that I'm not arguing about Kara the Wolf. I'm only in there because I was mentioned in the video because people were comparing me. I think it was Null himself. Like, this is a long time ago. I was only in there because people were trying to connect the dots like Rob.
Yet if you watch my original video, I do explain the context. The funniest instance of this is when Adam started an argument with Null, the owner of Kiwi Farms, after he uploaded a video in late 2018 talking about the zoo sadist, Wolf. In that video, he makes the claim that Adam is part of the growing normalization for fucking dogs. The one time he does actually add context, it only makes him look worse. When I brought up Adam engaging a Shadman on Twitter, he adds on worthless excuses.
As soon as he drew Keemstar's daughter, that was the situation where he was no longer doing things that involved consensual adults. He was
Sure, I still think it's fucking disgusting to draw fake versions of it, but okay.
involving people that were not consensual adults. That's a clear line that was crossed. I don't think I ever defended that, ever. Right? I don't know. I don't
Are you asking me?
think there's any interactions of me and him after that point, and if there were, I probably didn't know about that.
Yeah, he interacted with Shadman twice after this.
Okay, but when are you guys going to draw and animate 4K images of horse persona, of my horse persona getting railed? God, fantastic. I love that. Thanks. So beautiful. We love a good self-report here. That's our favorite thing.
The second occurrence was dug up and archived by a Kiwi Farms user following this response stream. He's giving himself plausible deniability here, and he then downplays the interaction I
This is killing me here. He's got a... I'm so sorry. I don't know what it is. It's bothering the fuck out of me, dude. He's just got a can of soda inside of a pink cozy with all these with white colored fingernails with his pinky finger raised up like he's fancy. It's just this just bothers me. Why does it bother me, guys? Am I getting old? What's happening here, dude? This is so strange.
Interaction I showcased in my video.
I think there's literally 2 interactions, and both of them were me not responding just directly to him, but you can see like 3 other people tagged in all of these, because there was a big comment thread, and then I would make a joke. I made a joke like, "Ha, draw my horse persona getting railed by Scar," or whatever. Self-deprecating.
Funny joke.
How is that self-deprecating? You like that character. How is it the self-deprecating is like if you make fun of yourself for being fat. Not if you're like, hey, can you draw my fursona? Can you draw my online character getting fucked by the character I think is really hot?
If you didn't have someone draw the exact same thing for you years later, alongside not showing...
It never, in no context would have ever been a joke. It's always like a fucking, this guy, he's such a little weasel, dude. What the fuck?
Clips. Adam has downplayed his past statements in his Twitter response. He wrote, 10 to 15 years ago, I shared my personal perspective on various controversial moral philosophical issues.
Moral philosophical issues.
And because I was in my early 20s, I didn't phrase myself as well as I would have today.
I love that for him. Guys. I'm still correct though. You know what I mean? Like he's still correct. Like it's not that he's wrong. It's not that the perspective he had when he was 20 years old, right, is wrong. It's that he just doesn't know how to communicate it. That's such a beautiful thing, dude. And I love that. I just love that.
I pointed out in my video that he was still making these statements as recent as a year ago, though he spends his new response restating them in a more palatable and optics-friendly way.
People have asked me, how is it possible for an animal to consent to a human being, right?
Yeah.
And my answer was the same way it consents to another animal. Now, people have interpreted that as me saying animals want to have sex with human beings, and
that sounds like that's what you're saying there, boss man.
Therefore, it's all good or whatever.
Yeah.
People have interpreted that as me saying all actions, you know, sexually towards animals are permissible because of that.
I guess just some, according to him, huh?
That is not my position. My position is that, sure, it's possible, right? So when someone presents me with a, this is 1000% not possible, and I go, okay, well, it's probably possible.
Despite this, he still claims there are...
He goes on to say that, like, when there's videos where dogs hump things, like your foot, that means that the dog's consenting to have sex with you. That's what he says. That's his argument, just to be clear.
Are ways that animals can consent to humans, meaning he hasn't learned jack shit. He claims that he was always speaking from an animal's version of consent, meaning he's implying that standard to humans.
It's not informed consent, right? It's not the human standard of consent. I was only ever talking about the perspective of the animal, which people who get really fucking emotional about this.
Not really getting emotional about it. You're just weird. Like, it's not emotional at all. I just don't think you should fuck a dog. I don't know. Is it a hot take? Is that an emotional take, guys?
Just forget or don't have the ability to wrap their heads around, right?
Yeah, we're
Later in
too stupid to understand it, guys. You're just fucking. You're dumb if you don't want to fuck a dog, guys.
the stream, he quadruples down on his take that there are certain circumstances where it's okay for bestiality to occur.
To reiterate, having sex with children is bad.
I can't believe he just said that. Well, how brave. How brave.
I don't want to see people having sex with animals.
Okay.
I would prefer people not to.
Wow.
I would say in most cases it's probably bad.
I would say all cases it's bad. That's just me though. I'm a weird like that.
There's some ways in which it's probably not that bad. I don't know. Maybe not worth throwing someone in jail over again.
What if instead of throwing them in jail, we threw them in a dog pen so they could have a lot of fun? Would that be better?
Animal breeders, literally. Again, this is a scientific thing. Shouldn't be controversial.
Shouldn't be.
What do you mean by that?
Despite this guy saying,
I know what he means by that. He goes on to say that like dog breeding is it's like an abusive practice. So if you can like force animals to fuck each other, or you can jerk them off to get their semen, because that's how dog breeders do it in a lot of instances, then why can't you do it for fun? That's a whole argument.
saying over and over again that he doesn't support
Crazy.
zoophilia, he always seems to allow exceptions. And then a little birdie named Nick Andros sent me a link to his old Silent Hill
I thought he was a bear.
2 playthrough, where he gives a hypothetical about quote-unquote consensual zoophilia.
Goats are farm animals. I don't see anything wrong with having sex with a goat.
Wow, what a start to that. Okay.
You should be able to rape a goat.
Wow, that's not even consent. I don't even know if you guys know this. That's not consensual.
If you're able to eat them. They're literally currency. Which animals should you not be able to rape? Humans. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm not a support of animal rape.
What? You just said you can rape every animal except for humans. What?
I'm a support of consensual supporter of consensual zoophilia. I don't encourage it.
You're a supporter of it, but he doesn't encourage it. So you just said you. So you can't rape them, but you got to get consent. How do you get consent from a goat?
I'm not gonna convince someone.
Especially since it's a goat, they'll eat anything. You put your hot dog over there, they're gonna eat it regardless. You know what?
Try it.
What?
I've never tried it. I don't intend on ever trying it.
I'm gonna be real with you. Not only is it not an intention, I will never fuck an animal. I don't know if you know that.
But I recognize that people exist that will live their whole lives with an urge to do something like that, and meanwhile, while every other person on the planet gets to fulfill their eternal psychological, emotionally / physically driven urges, these other people on the planet that are attracted to the wrong thing somehow aren't able to do that, despite not harming animals in any way that they
saying fucking an animal doesn't harm it. What?
It wouldn't be harmed through any other non-sexual activity, to suggest that there's.
Bro, is this guy comparing liking smoking cigarettes to having sex with animals? Yeah, I have an urge to smoke a cigarette. All right. Yeah, I have an urge to fuck a goat. Oh, okay, those are the same. What the fuck? Incredible.
There's no such thing as consensual human/animal sex is to be the most naive person on the fucking planet.
Well, color me naive.
Dogs try to hump your fucking leg.
Whoa!
That's all the evidence I need.
That's crazy. Listen, but most dogs don't have girlfriends or boyfriends because they do be mean.
I don't have to have sex with an animal to know that animals don't have the same type of reservations that human beings do when it comes
That's
to sex.
incredible. That's so incredible, dude.
If it feels good, they're probably okay with it.
How do you know it feels good? This is crazy work. This is fucking crazy.
If they try to bite you or run away, that's probably a sign that they're not okay with it. So the argument that, oh, you can't tell if it's consenting or not, even though it's clearly enjoying itself.
I don't know, man. Like, let's say you got somebody with an intellectual disability, right? And the state has deemed them to not be able to consent because they don't understand the specifics of consent, right? There's like an actual questionnaire, consent questionnaire, and they don't understand that, like, oh, if you buy them a hamburger, they'll feel obligated to have sex with you. You know what I mean? Like, they don't understand it. If you are interacting with that individual and they quote unquote enjoy it, does that mean it's not rape? No, of course not, because it's more than just that the person is, or the dog in your instance. It doesn't matter if they like it or don't fight back. What matters is if they actually have the ability and capacity to consent. So like what this guy's saying, like he's dumb across the board.
Okay. It's such bullshit.
It's so bullshit, guys. You should really be able to fuck dogs. That's my whole take. What the hell's wrong with you?
I can't believe people.
I can't
believe how much of society is just dictated by people saying, I don't like it, or ick, that's gross, or they're not a part of my tribe. It's disgusting to me. It's
defending fucking animals.
Disgusting to me. Human-animal sex is not nearly as disgusting as the mentality that discriminates against people who have never abused animals that are attracted to animals.
What?
Zoophilia laws. I'll say this again. I went on this same rant in like 20 other videos. Zoophilia.
What the fuck? Why is he so adamant about this? This is like a really important issue to you. He likes to pretend that he doesn't really care, but like it's a hugely, weirdly, massively important issue for this guy that people can fuck dogs and goats. I don't understand. Why is this his big thing?
Laws are laws that exist that only affect people that are consensually having sex with animals without abusing them. Animal abuse laws already exist. If somebody had sex with an animal and the courts determined that the animal was abused by somebody having sex with that animal, then they would already go to jail over animal abuse laws. Laws that exist against bestiality or zoophilia literally only affect people who were not abusing the animal. So if somebody sucks a dog's dick, or if somebody,
oh my god,
like bends over and a dog starts fucking their butt and they get caught, like,
Jesus.
even if they just didn't move or whatever.
Guys, the dog's fucking my butt. I just stopped moving. It's not my fault.
Even if they just like lubed up and let the dog do what it wanted to do or something.
They lubed it up. They lubed it up. Oh my god. Yeah, they lubed it up. They lubed it up and they put some doggy treats in the lube. It's like a doggy treat lube. It's explicitly designed for dogs to want to fuck you, like, apparently. Okay.
And they got caught. And the dog clearly wasn't abused, and everybody in the courtroom determined that there was no abuse taking place, they would go to jail. That's what those laws are for. That's what those laws are for, and it's disgusting to see that people are openly willing to send people to jail for literally victimless crimes.
His fans.
I think I'm a victim of hearing that fucking story. That's all I'm saying. Holy shit.
Soon start linking bestiality porn in his chat.
Don't post that shit in chat. Don't post links. I'm pretty sure certain states have laws against that, so I don't want any of that porn in this chat. Animated porn, that's okay. But
okay, what chat is this?
I would ask that mods would regulate to make sure. I didn't even click on the link, so I don't know if what you posted was legit.
I'm surprised this guy had an audience at all.
Did or not, but I'm just saying. No actual animal porn in my chat, please. I don't want.
Thanks, man. High standard you set there.
This speech about animal consent goes on for another 10 minutes. It's absurd. I won't play the whole thing for time's sake, but I promise you, no context is being cut. I will link the full video
Yikes, this guy's fucking crazy.
down below. It starts at 40 minutes in. This isn't him joking around or something. He legitimately gets pissed at one point.
Seriously, the world is fucked up. The world is so fucked up. We eat and kill animals.
Wow.
We are discriminating against people, and the only reason that people hold a different standard to it is because they're attracted to something that other people aren't. And that is what is absolutely disgusting about this. Anyway, I'm passionate about it because it's huge discrimination going on.
Guys, he's passionate about it. He's passionate about wanting to fuck dogs. This is incredible. Dude, what a passion to have. Wow, that's incredible, dude. What a great passion, dude. I'm so happy that you have passions in something. Oh my god.
Right now.
Here's Adam's response to someone asking how his logic is any different from that of a pedophile. It's really fucking vile, and I don't want to risk my video getting age restricted by reading it. I know the term lolcow
I guess fair enough.
gets overused,
But like, no, it's the same logic. I'm not going to get explicit about it either because it's about kids. But like the logic that he uses to sleep with animals is the same that you would use to sleep with a child. It's disgusting. As long as you feel like, because that's what it is, the interpretation of the predator. As long as they feel like the object being predatorized is enjoying it, that's it. That's all that matters here. That, you know, I'm going to say this hot take: dogs are dumber than people. So you know, they're dumber than kids too. I'd say that at least comparable amount of intelligence. So that's, you know, I don't think he realizes that when he says these things because he's not particularly intelligent and he's an online debate bro that's more interested in justifying animals being predatorized than actually like having, you know, an intelligent perspective. But that is effectively what he's saying to some degree.
but I do genuinely think of him as one. Adam has the mindset that he's one response away from owning the haters. People like me, Oscar, Nicholas Diorio, and others who've covered the story. But the more he responds, the worse the situation gets for him.
Yep.
He won't ever back down. He'll keep justifying his past statements of a slightly different coat of paint each time. Most of his YouTuber buddies aren't going to back him up on this, which I bet is extremely blackpilling for him right now.
Wow.
In fact, the only YouTubers I've seen stick up for him are Destiny and Mr. Miss Manshi. Boblax.
Whoa, Boblax. People are so desperate for new YouTube villain of the month that they're digging up decade-old hot takes to relitigate it. LOL. I don't agree with your take, but the responses to it has gone beyond critiquing. It's just straight up character assassination. I mean, that's not like a huge defense. It was more of like, hey, I don't agree with you. I don't think anybody saw this. That was fucking crazy. But it's very clear to me, like, you know, just because you said something 10 years ago doesn't mean it's not applicable. It depends on what your take is now. The guy's take isn't that he was wrong. It's that he didn't communicate himself well enough, right? So it doesn't matter that it's like that old. He still believes that. that's the problem.
Doesn't even agree with Adam, by the way. He's only in support because he is a massive hate boner against Nick, which is hopefully
That's probably true.
the only boner he has right now.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Much of this drama has been swept up.
Oh, because you're saying because he's trans. What the fuck? What the hell are those fucking... Why are those horse tits so big?
By this Olivia person. Adam's top Janny, who runs the Highlights channel and moderates his subreddit.
Hey everyone, Olivia here.
Alright.
Thanks for watching as always.
This person trans or just a dude that likes girls? Why is it that like all these VTubers, there's all the ones with big boobs are usually, you know, guys. Although maybe they're trans, so that would be different. But still, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? So strange.
This is who I'm in drama with, by the way. They're the person who put together that GoFundMe to buy Adam his Scar sex doll. They spent the last several weeks removing Reddit posts discussing the drama, while also posting cringe shit like this.
You see the bra lines in it. What the fuck? Okay.
This person is trying to push Adam into discussing politics, as if that went well the last time he went on EFAP. According to them, I'm just a right-wing homophobe attacking Adam over harmless thought crimes. Describing my video...
Well, I don't think that that's true, because right-wingers would welcome really gross shit like this. I mean, Lolly is like really popular in the right-wing communities for some reason. Our president is best friends with a pedophile for 15 years and won't release the files by the fact that he promised to. So I would say, if anything, that's where you'd be more welcomed. So it's actually left-wing to say that these things are bad.
It was a nothing burger. Yet,
Olivia is trans? Okay, God bless.
if it was a nothing burger, these two golems wouldn't be responding like this. And Adam can keep responding, but don't expect me to do the same. Cause surprisingly, I have other things to do than argue with this mentally unstable loser. So in conclusion, this guy is gay.
Okay.
He jerks off to lion dick. He thinks it's okay for people to fornicate with animals, and he's willing to slander anyone who talks about it. He deserves all the hate he's getting right now. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Adam, I'm glad I ruined your vacation.
Damn.
I'm glad I lived in your head rent-free for weeks.
That's so mean, dude.
I mentally raped you, buddy.
Rob's
Jesus Christ.
media just raped me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After some of the shit you and your fans have said about me, I'm glad to hear that your wrists were in excruciating pain while you typed out your essays.
This is very mean, guys. I do not support this. Okay?
You deserve it.
I'm a good guy.
I've thought long and hard about this, and with cyberbullying, you kind of can't really stop it if you don't know who it's coming from. But my best advice, just ignore them.
That was something. All right. Well, video. Thanks. Thanks, Robert.